This video is for Christopher. He responded to my video, which is titled "Truth APD Protest: A Marine and Soldier Take Back the Flag from Protester." And he wrote a reply, and he said, "First, I want to offer my sincere apologies to all the men and women who served and had to listen to this garbage." The garbage was that I quoted Kissinger, and Kissinger said, "Military men are dumb animals used as pawns for foreign policy," which the military is being used as pawns for foreign policy. Anyway, he goes on to say, even though he's an ungrateful turd, and yes, I'm not very grateful that our military is fighting for Wall Street and has nothing to do with our liberty, and they're too busy fighting for Wall Street while our politicians are robbing us of our liberties and freedoms. Thomas Jefferson said, "The policy of the American government is to leave its citizens free, neither aiding them nor restraining them in their pursuits." So while our military is fighting for the Wall Street agenda, our government, our banker-controlled government, is stripping us of our liberties, and they are restricting us to death. He goes on to say he's still an American and is entitled to his opinion. It's not different than any other time in history. Well, history shows that governments bomb their own people. Just study Hitler. The CIA knew that the Taliban, or the whoever it was, hijacked those planes and flew them into the buildings. He goes on to say there's always this group that thinks they're enlightened and that they're in the minority of those that know what's really going on. Fact is, America has been at war for the last 20 years. Yeah, now we're a nation of war. We're tired. Our soldiers are in need of our support, and yet, man, I can't support you, Christopher. I'm sorry. There's also a scripture in the Bible talking about our military and how Babylon, the banks and the corporations, military these are the characteristics of the bankers' military, which is Babylon in the last days. It says, "Their horses also are swifter than the leopards, and they are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far, they shall fly as the eagle that hasteth to eat." So the bankers use our military. Kissinger was a banker frontman. He said, I'll repeat it again. He said, "Military are dumb animals used as pawns in foreign policy." Smedley Butler, the most decorated Marine in U.S. history, said, "I spent 33 years and 4 months fighting for Wall Street and the bankers." He also said war is a racket. He said, "I could have taught Al Capone a few things. He operated in 2 districts. I operated on 4 continents." You see, our military is fighting for Wall Street agenda. The United States is a corporation owned by international bankers. They control our country. They are taking our liberties. Thomas Paine said the duty of a patriot is to protect its country from its government. God says in Proverbs 22:28, "Remove not the ancient landmarks your fathers have set." And the Bible also says in Proverbs 29, "Enter not into the fields of the fatherless." When we are born, through our ignorance, our fathers left us and gave us over to the state. Through the birth certificate, study it. Redeem your straw man, Isaiah 48:20. Hath God redeemed? Say, God hath redeemed his servant Jacob. Redeem yourself from this corporation. Stop fighting for Wall Street and the bankers and their agenda. You are not fighting for our liberty. You are fighting for our enslavement. You have to understand what is going on, and you have to know the truth, Christopher. I beg of you, research the Federal Reserve. It's a curse in Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger that is in your midst will rise high above you. He will lend to you. You will not lend to him. Thanks, Christopher. I hope you have a great day.